Well, pedal to the metal, let's go. Let's fucking be a lawyer, I guess. I hope y'all enjoyed the Thomas the Tank Engine theme as much as I did. I mean, but the song low-key fucks, though. Have you ever just really, like, closed your eyes and absorbed the Thomas the Tank Engine theme? Because it kind of just goes at it.
Thanks for the sex, homie.
So first of all, I forgot to put those alerts in the front. Second of all, Side Moon 64, thank you for the 69 bits. I'm gonna have to ask Andy to take off the fucking alert for 69.
Thanks for the sex, homie.
To take off the alert for 69 bits because I've had enough. Thank you for the 69 bits. Enough! Do I need to wait? I'm having a deja vu to the last time y'all decided to do this. Mika, answer my question? I'm sorry, did you ask me a question? From a scale of I want to be chaotic to I'm gonna take a nap, how would you describe your feeling? I'm like...
Thanks for the sex, homie.
That's my answer to that question. Here, have some chalky milk. Because you're epic. Thank you for the 69 bits. It's very epic. So anyway, are you guys ready to go to court with me? You ready to go on trial with me? Let's do it! Can you guys hear the game okay? Is it quiet? No, I'm quiet. No, the game's quiet. No, I'm quiet. This is it, the big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh? What time did you wake up? 3 a.m.
Chicken strips!
When it's 3...
Thanks for the sex, homie.
When it's 3 a.m. and you get chicken strips and sex. Isn't... I mean, that's pretty much the ideal Friday night. Am I right? Thank you for the chicken strips, Bonesaw13. Who donated the 69 bits? I've lost track at this point. Someone donated 69 bits again. Thanks. Was it Side Moon again? Thank you. 3 a.m. That's only 2 hours. Apollo. But at least you have me. Look at you. Show off that sexy sprite animation again. And the amazing Mr. Hat. You guys look at you, kid. I don't know who's saying this. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. It's the person who just appeared on the screen. Hey, get some any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today? Take a guess. How about a little plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mom. Trucy! It's time to take a seat, Trucy. You need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy. It's barely morning and you're already at it already, Trucy. No. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. Yeah, no shit. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Ailita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's gonna be a witness? But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance? I have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Trucy, that's 2 strikes already, and it's like 9 a.m. Alright, you're on thin fucking ice, kiddo. I just got the weirdest pinch in my shoulder. Am I about to die while playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney? Yeah, probably. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kataki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is warmed up and it's sold-out house. Very well, to recap, while yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party, guilty of panty snatching, we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people at the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. This is where you put like heavy new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act, our poor defendant told all, you see, to his his betrothed? His fiancé, Herr Judge, his partner for life, with no chance for parole. Damn, I guess fucking... Never mind. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. She's cute. Your name and occupation, Fraulein. I was like, bleh. You ever just start to speak and you're fucking bleh. I think my tongue just tried to escape out my fucking nostrils. Ailita Tiala. My occupation is future wife. Ah, traditional values. I respect that. Of course you do. Okay, boomer. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but I couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kataki... Is that gonna be one of those nights? Waki Kataki confessed his plans? His plans for murder? Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Bum bum. It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Marachnus had... Marachnus? Okay, Mika, seriously, you can do it today! You can! When Waki found out that Dr. Marachnus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols, and you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it. So the pistol did belong to the Kataki family, then... Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kataki mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, even this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Rifling marks? We had like a whole thing about this in a whole nother fucking game. I forgot to mute my fucking phone and someone is fucking messaging me. Can y'all give me a hot second? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Who's... Oh my god. Please. Please. I have things to do. Think of them as being a gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. We've already fucking had this conversation in Ace Attorney game. I get it. I know, everyone. You don't have to tell me. It's like Ace Attorney, they assume every game you picked up must be the first one. They gotta do it all again. God, when did you first hear about Waki's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Cool. So that was the day of the murder, correct? Yes, everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. Yeah, I'd be a little effed up by that too. So you were there at the time? Yes, poor Waki. When Waki found out that Dr. Marachnus had lied, I keep saying Marachnus. That must have been, quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but whatever. I don't fucking care. Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. She always says he's at an age, and I'm like, I think he's just like that. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Yeah, that's what I call instability too. Very kawaii. Great, now he sounds like a psycho. If the shoe fits. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access, but Walkie's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, ja? Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Didn't his mom give him, like, a knife? Last year, a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone? Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. Same. The point here being that Walkie had access to a pistol. And yet you already know what happened that night. What happened? Meaning the murder! Yeah, no shit. I tried to stop him, I really did, but Walkie wouldn't listen. Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I've had enough of, like, cute girl walks into the courtroom and everyone believes everything she says at face value because she's a cute girl. How can you say that for certain? How? Hair forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein, or I will punch the wall! It was the defendant, Walkie, was it, who I'm sorry, have you been paying attention, sir? Do you know who— It's fine. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic. Cha? That does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? I mean, yeah? The fingerprints were wiped on it, so I don't know who, but you know, baby's first courtroom battle. Based on your testimony, there was clearly one other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Oh, if it's based on her testimony, then I'm guessing it would be that it would be her, because she was there. Right? Oh, shit. Alright, I mean, shit. Just fucking go straight for her fucking nutsable. Well, of course, I mean you, Miss Tiola. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew that he was planning what he was planning. Oh shit. Sorry, I just fucked up everything. There we go. You didn't see that. You didn't see anything, actually, but I just had to, like, adjust my windows for, like, a 4th time. Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that the lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf? Yeah, sure, why not? I've said wackier things in court. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this— it does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim? Oh, see, yeah, now there it is. We might find that she had a personal motive behind wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I have a connection. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Wait, is that the one that... Yeah! Ooh, Aelita. That looks like a medical chart. I'm sorry. Did you like my thinking process? Mika, are you like legit okay though? I might need some water. Oh god. Yeah, I'm okay now. Now that I've had some water. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. Ooh, Miss Tiala, why is your name on this chart? Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. My warm little fiancé just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't, now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Am I right? That's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly? She's one tough nut. She's one tough nut! She probably feels right at home with the Kentuckys, where everyone is a tough nut! You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remain connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. I mean, her shoes were there, right? Yeah, nice. I was like, I hope I'm on the right trail with that, because I don't know what the fuck else it would be. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you're unaware that toes leave toe prints? We have to analyze your gamer girl toes. I don't know why I just said that. It's not really funny. Gamer girl toes is like so last season. What are the kids joking about nowadays? I don't know. iPhones. The Gangnam style. Isn't that what kids think are funny now? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted to help you get Waki back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Waki and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found in the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? Ba-ba-ba! How is her hair bun like that? Like it's so square? I keep thinking it kind of looks like a little bread or something, and I just sort of want to, you know, eat it. I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why would I have gone? Why else would I have gone? I'm sorry, I thought she was saying, why would I have gone? This reason. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him how to be careful, as an old friend. That's bullshit and you know it. By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant? The botched operation? He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know? It does make sense. Maybe her hair is wrapped around a bit of cardboard or a comb so it's square? Nah, it's just wrapped around like a filet-o-fish. But, like, not the whole sandwich, just the fucking square-ass fish patty they put in the middle of the round bun. It's a whole-ass filet-o-fish up there. This is Ace Attorney canon, actually. I get to decide. It's true, it is I, the truest, almightiest gatekeeper of Ace Attorney. I get to decide everything. I get to decide what's true and what's false. Nothing is certain in the Ace Attorney universe except for jail, possibly death, and filet-o-fish. Yes, but there's still one thing which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? Are filet-o-fish back in season? They're always in season. Have you ever been to a McDonald's and they don't have the fucking filet-o-fish? There is no filet-o-fish season. Every season is filet-o-fish season. It's like how every day of the year is actually Destroy Dick December. You don't need a special month for it. Every day is Destroy Dick Day. The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, ja? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. Yeah, okay, good for you, buddy. You take the sandals and wear them home. I would have worn those sandals home, too. So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake? Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation, ja, forehead? Ah, what the? No fair! There was fucking an entire thing of slippers there, and a pair of slippers were missing that we found. Come on! Apollo! But why have my hair smell like McDonald's fake fish when I can go to Wendy's and have my hair smell like a fresh cooked burger? Do they have a fish sandwich? They don't have a fish. Wendy's, come on, dude. You gotta have a fish sandwich. I have not even been to a Wendy's in probably 2 years. You gotta have a fish sandwich. He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Dun dun. Dun dun. Alright, let's go. Are we gonna find out what her quirk is or something? Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. And what? I don't know why I'm fucking bothering to voice act this at all. Like, I don't know why I'm trying. I usually don't. I just sort of got in. I just felt it for a second. Sever your leg, please, sir. It is the greatest day. And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Emeritus in half a year. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why did you go to the clinic that day? I went to warn him after I knew Waki had the pistol. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? Where did I yawn? Oh my gosh. This was proven by the mirror yesterday, Ja. I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Shit, I did it again. I recall Wendy's did a Fortnite stream to promote the cod sandwich once. Oh, they do have a fish sandwich? And it's the fucking epic Fortnite burger? You mean the act of malpractice on Waki, correct? If he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier. A disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to. That's why I knew I had to warn him. No dark secrets, huh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. I wanted someone to be careful as an old friend. But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him, for us. She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, ja? I didn't want them to take my walkie away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. Do you know why she went to Polo? Time to figure out what really happened to that clinic, and fast! Bum bum bum! I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. Wait, hold on. Man, I can't believe that Walkie-Talkie's age and height are 19. Didn't someone say before, it's like, man, this looks complicated, these medical sheets, and it's just like red text, bullet lodged near heart. Very difficult. Apparently the 3DS re-release trailer of this game said it was the best selling in the series. I think that's baloney. Is it? I don't know, it might be. Like, not baloney. This proves Apollo can't read. Apparently to become a lawyer in the Ace Attorney universe, you don't have to be able to read, which honestly, all things considered, checks. Let's see. I'm not sure. Did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I can look at this bullet. I don't think I've done that yet. It's not relevant at the moment, but I just realized I haven't looked at it. Wow, it's all mushed. Yep, it fucking looks like a muffin, or it fucking... Yeah, I mean, it does look like that. This one's got me. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. That sounds like bullshit. What do we got again? What would be relevant? I didn't examine this yet. I actually clicked this on accident, but I was like, I haven't... Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Hold on now. I accidentally changed my view in Desmume, and I don't remember how to fix it. I hit a keyboard function. I'm sorry, everyone! Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Whoosp! Vertical. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry. I was like, I don't even remember what keyboard function does that, but I accidentally pressed it, whichever one it was. There's the broken bulb. Cool. Can I look at it? Bulb sure is broken. It won't turn on. How's it broken? What the fuck do you mean, how's it broken? It's broken in the way that it's broken. Jesus Christ, Trucy. Come on. That's strike fucking 3. Where's the red? I want to see the red splotch up close. There we go. This cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. That's weird. There's gotta be something here. Palmaractus, Aelita Tiala. I mean, that doesn't seem to have anything to do with anything. That's just a bullet. Lamp. Aelita sandals. Sleepers with her... It's her toe print in it, right? Yeah. First time in half a year since I quit in January. I think that checks, yeah? Didn't Aelita say Maractus was the kind of boss... wasn't the kind of boss you'd be friends with? She did. Like, she's contradicting herself, but I don't have any way to, you know, back that up. That's like, well, you're obviously lying, but... because you're contradicting yourself. I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid is a mistake. Why else would I have gotten? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. You sure about that one, Tim? Like hiding this lamp? Hold on. Wait a minute. Is she doing any tics when she says her old friend line? She might be. But like, I don't, it's not, she was hiding Waki's condition, no? Yeah, she was. I guess that's what it's alluding to. It doesn't, you don't really see the like, physical tic thing until the game points them out. If you could, the perceived thing would be glowing, yeah. I mean, she was hiding Waki's condition. What evidence should I present to prove that, though? Let me do a save state because I'm a bastard. Checkup report? Nope. Shut the fuck up, Apollo. So it would be... There we go. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes? Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad hair, Doctor. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the input, Clavier. Really, thank you. And this is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. What, you didn't... Your mouse is showing, by the way? Oh, shit! I forgot to turn that off again. I'm so sorry. Oop. Oh. Oh. My bad! I'm sorry! You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. There it is! My fucking bracelet! What is it, Apollo? I felt my bracelet vibrate just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said! When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe. Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo, with your eyes and your senses.
Then it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony. That's wacky, man. It's really weird doing this.
Nom. Nom.
I don't think it's this line, yeah? Shut up, okay. Okay, we didn't check this one, but your signature was on that chart. So what does that have to do with the case? If there's something in that chart to make me look bad, I would have dealt with it. The only one responsible for that chart is the one presiding. I feel like I have something stuck in my throat. Let me drink some more water. And Dr. Maractus. She's hiding something. I can smell it. And I bet she's got a habit that gives it away. I just have to focus to find her nervous habit. Maybe it's time to give my bracelet a rub, 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 rub. Got him. I was like, it has to be her hands. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite queer, miss. It was quite queer. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with you used your right thumb to fiddled. You used your right thumb to fiddled. It's fine. You used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. Your ring! What? She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't part of your past. It was clear that it was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. I've got her on the ropes now. I can feel it. I drank water. And I feel like I just made it worse. Like, I might be losing my voice a little bit. It's alright, we'll just keep on trucking. I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow with evidence! Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this! I don't know why what's the this, though, actually. The checkup? I would assume it was the checkup. Oh yeah, Quaint also said checkup. Cool. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Huh? Oh, nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free when the chart came back to hunt you. And then she shot out feathers everywhere. That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic, but her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Order! I did it. I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you. Wait.
I'm sorry, I'm adjusting the way I'm sitting.
It's true. That chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Wagi and went home.
Stop punching the wall. It appears the cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet it's not clear what this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Ah! I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in the Maractus Clinic, Dr. Maractus's office, Jesus, that day, huh?
But what about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. But we can't prove when it happened, nor that Aelita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at that clinic, and fast. Shit. Da-da-da. I mean, I would think the lamp. Shoes. I warned him and left, huh? Wish I could perceive this one too. I think it's the bullet. How can we prove that has anything to do with what happened while she was there? Oh, I guess because the safe had to have been open, right? Because it was found on the inside. So he had to have been there to open it. Yeah, okay, and then Quaint in the chat, the safe was open. Cool, I'm glad we're really sharing the brain cell. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office? I disagree. Take a look at this.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kind of like you, actually.
This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala. Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe?
I guess the police didn't check that far.
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day? Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kentucky mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves a firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, hair forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. Bailiff, whack his pee-pee. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, it seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. It seems as though people die when they are killed. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position? The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in the office on that day, and at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained a top-secret chart. Do you think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in such a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Our witness, Hilda. She just meowed at me because I woke her up. Order, order, order. Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki-Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him, and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? Oh my god, a fucking toddler would have figured that out by now. That reminds me. Apparently the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Hey Mika, does Hilda chirp or go to meow but nothing comes out? Yeah, when she sees birds outside, she'll do like or if you get a laser pointer, she does that. She'll be like It's really cute. Nefarious, so she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune? I'm sorry, was she like, oh fuck. You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man. Huh, me? Yeah, you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her, she's mine. It was me, I shot the doctor, me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too, there in that park. Waki, just cool down a second. You keep your hands off my Alita or I'll... Miss Tiala?
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny?
Waki, wake up and smell reality.
Alita, baby?
The signature on the chart, the engagement? I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself.
Alita? Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fräulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So the family fortune is what you're really after?
That's right. I wanted the money.
No way! That's whack! I ain't trying to hear that.
Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me?
Accuse.
Of what crime, might I ask? Huh? Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money, but he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but
what are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found.
But I didn't have a pistol now, did I?
Well, you could have taken walkies. You'd think he'd let you... Ugh. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me. I shot him.
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
Oh, what point?
Certainly the Fraulein wanted the chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh.
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right. Miss Tiala.
Yes?
It's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé. Wow, Judge, you're under arrest for being a bad fiancé. Get out of my courtroom!
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth? Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't I think Apollo was supposed to say that, not the judge. Ah, classic Ace Attorney errors. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
You went back later?
That chart was dangerous, you understand? I needed to get rid of it, that's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
That was you? Big thump.
Apollo, that sound! It came from behind this door! Someone's in there.
Bum bum bum. A break-in? They lived through that window! Bum bum bum! So you were the burglar!
That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing and brazen at that. Oh my god, not only is she a bad fiance, she trespasses. What next? One can only imagine.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh? Why that day? That brat was uncontrollable, he was ready to kill. And that would bring in the police. Hold on one second, guys. Aight, let's go. And I'd be hung out to dry. Sniffle. But the police didn't check the safe, did they? Well, they thought the crime scene was at the park. I'll make sure the responsible parties feel the heat. Such sloppiness won't be tolerated, Ja. I'm kind of thankful for that sloppiness myself, actually. Later, when I heard what happened, well, I was too scared to do anything that day, so I waited until the day after, the 16th, was it? Of course, you and that meddling kid had to get in my way, but why did Dr. Maractus keep that chart around? It was clearly dangerous for him, he could have burned it. Because he's a coward! Oop. The chart was his insurance. Insurance? My signature on that chart, to be more specific. That made sure I couldn't betray him. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? I mean, no. But you could have stolen it! Could have? Is this some new definition of proof? I mean, she's not wrong. We'll ask Walkie, he'll tell us. Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your baseless theories to yourself. Damn, Clavier. Mink! Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. He's right, isn't he? Did Apollo just blow his nose? Yeah, but, it sure didn't fucking work, huh? Yeah, I mean, it was his insurance until, you know, he died. But what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? Sure, fuck it. If the killer was shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look and was shot. But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't have hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. Thanks, Trucy. That's very healthy and well-balanced. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panties guy was mistaken. But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken. Then why don't you show us, hair forehead? Show you? Show me? Show you? Must explain everything very well. Let's recap. If the witness, panties guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? But wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It's up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Walkie-talkie was standing at the killer mark. Wesley Stickler's at the witness mark. And of course, Pal Maractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? In the bushes? I don't know, actually. Is the game trying to fuck with me here? It's kind of a toughie. It must be someplace else, yeah? Alright, let's go with that. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. Mika, Ace Attorney, of course it's fucking with you. I mean, it has to at least a little. Even in cases where it's not too hard, it's like there's always little bits where you're kind of like... But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. You would think now that Kitakis would know about how Elita was the nurse during Waki's operation. She'd want to go to jail to avoid being killed by them. You'd think a lot of things. Apparently Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from? It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so. Double penalty? Hair Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction? Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Same. Challenge accepted. It's justice time! Are you sure, Apollo? Haha, no! The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one in the truck! In the goddamn truck! The killer must have been in the fucking truck! Stave state. It's time to salve stat. It's time to stave state. You got it. I mean, I guess I'll save state, but they must have been in the damn truck. I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Aelita Tiala. What do you mean? Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Sticker was standing next... Did I just say sticker and standing? Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. It's that new hit game, Death's the Landing. He shouted just as he told us his testimony. Death standing. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. The judge is saying this like it's the first time he's heard this story. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, towards the noodle stand. Order, order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand? Quit that. Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the car behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'd think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along. there's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place? Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Show us evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in the stand? I mean... let me take a look at it. I mean, it looks like someone could be inside it, if you wanted. Noodle. Eldoon. I don't know. Do I have any evidence that someone... excuse me, was inside the stand? Ooh, I felt very refreshed after that yawn. Let me think about it. I don't think I have anything that proves that anyone would be in the stand. Because I don't know what would prove anyone was in there. Besides, you know, what's his name got shot. The evidence is badge. I mean, there were the slippers that we found outside of Eldoon's noodle stand thing that were just kind of there. So I would think maybe it'd be that. But I mean, I don't know. Because it doesn't make any note in the evidence that that's where they were found, it's just that we found them. Or at least the shoe print for it, rather. Because remember when we found the shoe print? YOLO? I mean, I guess. I'm like, technically, we have evidence, but like, Emma has the evidence. I don't have the evidence. I'm probably on the wrong track if I'm thinking of it that way, but I know that there was the footprint we saw outside that was from the slipper that Aelita was definitely wearing. So she could have been in there, but I don't have proof explicitly of that. Oh, is there like a design on the shiv? Oh no, it's the handprint. That's right. And it's walkies, right? Yeah. I just can't quite seem to think. Save state and try, because I sure don't remember what it is. I can quickly look it up. Let me see. It's late, and I'm just like, I can quickly look this up. Hold on. It is fucking present the slippers. Okay, that's fucking... I was right. I was just like, not cheating 100% real run. I mean, I guess it is cheating to be like, I'll go look it up now, which is uncommon for me, I realize, but I'm very tired today. But also, like, that's, like, there's nothing... I don't know why I just save stated again. Well, I've got it. I'm just like, I was right. I got it right here. I don't know. I don't know why I should be mad that I'm correct. But I'm just like, that's such a stretch. Intriguing. Let's see what you guys shows proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. It would have been nice if there was something in the evidence, like in the description, that was like, we found it. The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found in the scene. See, that's the thing that's like, you better remember that from last time, because there's nothing in the court record that talks about how you found the footprints. But it's fine, it's alright. A single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper.
Bleh.
In other words, this is proof that you were inside that noodle stand. Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path. Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, Ja. Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground? That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. Just the bowl left on the ground? Really? I mean, alright. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's Noodle stand. And what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. Oh, duh. I totally forgot about that. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic! They were just kind of there! A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night there was space inside the noodle stand. Space created the Maractus Clinic. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Aelita Tiala.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
Ouch. I would like to remind the witness of her current status of bad fiancé. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales? This whole trial is fairy tales!
Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself.
This is it.
Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Aelita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands, but Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought that the Katakis had sent me, so I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation, so you tried to get the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses, and I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. This is late, but shout out to Feet. Shout out to Feet! That night, I went to ask me— oh shit, there it is. Alright, let's press some statements here. So you did go to steal that chart. Were you listening? I said I asked him for it. Whatever. The victim was a man in good health, but I don't see how she could have coerced him. Yeah, true, it would have been impossible without a pistol. But what if she did have a pistol? I'll admit I wanted the chart, that much is true. My reason was simple. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kataki family's hands. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Katakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with the Dr. Maractus right now pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. It seems our witness was in a fix as well. Who would want to to die pulling a noodle stand. When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. Can we be a little less morbid, please? So you see, I needed that chart. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. He didn't understand? He couldn't listen to a word I was saying. The moment he saw me, he started to tremble. Ha, I thought, what a sad excuse for a man! Please don't smile like that anymore, it's creepy. He was practically delusional. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. They sent you? He thought the Katakis had sent me to get the chart. It makes some sense, you are their son's fiancé. Don't make me laugh, the Katakis send me? They won't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. I bet that's the lie. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? They weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you go let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright? Do I detect uncertainty there? Yeah, I'm sure of it. It's up to me! Ah! Here comes justice! Oh shit. Except for when I skip the phrases, then justice doesn't come. Christmas is the only thing that's coming early this year. Here comes justice. Wait, this is the wrong line. All I did was talk to him. Oh.
Gotcha!
She was fidgeting with her scarf. Right? Or am I stupid? Aha, yeah! That was a subtle one. All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof!
I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My twitch? What are you talking about?
You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What?
This is working better than I hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth that she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
It seems that when you recall what really happened in that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? It seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone's trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. I think I got this.
What's that?
You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord.
Huh?
Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer's very simple, Miss Aelita Tiala. Please remove your scarf. That's the sound that she made just now. Just. This is a trial to determine what happened in that park, yet we seem to have drifted off target. We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting as soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove...
Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No! No!
I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Aelita Tiala? Dun dun dun. Your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took, even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait, looking at this lamp in the witness's neck, it looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. She's gonna fly away. I wish I had a dress that did that. Will someone please tell me what really happened?
I told you the truth already! I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus.
With a gun.
That gangster knows everything! He's coming for you!
Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart! Quick, open your safe! Give it to me!
So you can save your own skin?
What?
I know this is what you're up to. You wanted with the family. And if they see the chart, you're finished. Who knew that fucking Aelita shot Barney the dinosaur? Leaving me holding is the last straw. But if I'm going down, I'll want some company. You. And what happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
Wow, so he wasn't a good guy after all. At all. Even a little bit. And now he's dead. Not all the dead guys can be good guys. So you were the victim. And the red splotch on that cord was your lipstick.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now?
I like to imagine that's Apollo's real response. There, are you happy now? And Apollo's just like, yeah, I guess it's fine.
I was out cold, almost killed, and you claimed that I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I?
Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic, and it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it, it's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet, if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala.
When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
No. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see this. Hi, Mika. A customer told me today. Did you ever wonder how when you're drinking milk, you're drinking more than one cow's milk mixed together? And now I can't stop thinking about it, so I'm bringing that cursed knowledge to you. Except I don't drink dairy milk. Like, at all. I only drink almond milk, because I don't really like dairy, like, cow milk. That would be fun to think about every time I drank milk, but I don't really drink milk anymore. Can I just think about all the almonds I'm consuming instead? Oh man, this is made from multiple almonds.
Objection!
I hate him. Not so fast, this party's just getting started. Now we rock! What? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look, or do you not have the stomach to go all the way?
What does that mean? Please tell me what that means.
Prosecutor Gavin! Paul Maractus choked Aelita Tiala. She fell unconscious, but what happened next?
He's right. There is more we don't know. But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Aelita Tiala half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
Miss Aelita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin.
Air quotes, Prosecutor Gavin. Me, Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we learned up until now. On the day of the murder, Walkie saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So, he took a pistol from the family stash with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Walkie, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him in order to get the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Aelita Tiala, perhaps he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justin, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Aelita Tiala. Do I have the evidence to show what he did next? He put her in the fucking cart! He put the body in the... Put the body in the stand. Put the body in the stand. Put the body in the... noodle stand! Sandals? I'm sorry, Gentle Raltzer, you're like... And next,
He put a pair of sandals on her.
I'm guessing I'm supposed to present the cart? Took the body and put it in the cart? I'm gonna do a save state. Take that! As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Guy Aldoon's noodle stand. Also, they hated each other. That's a detail we haven't really talked about. Next, he put panties on her.
What, killing me disturbed him that much? So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
I mean, people do some whack shit when they've killed someone. It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand? I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls?
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or because he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind, but on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Walkie Kataki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right! He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense is an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. So where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? There's water, right? Wouldn't he be chucking it in the water? Am I crazy for being water? Because he could chuck the body in the lake. Like, I have to be right. That's a river. Yes, Your Honor, I scarcely need to explain why. Perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
He didn't have many other options, Fräulein. Fraulein? I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Aelita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler, of panty-snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts. In that instant... Looks so fucking stupid.
So I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Milwaukee's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala?
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming! Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts! If you're so sure he's making it up, give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Aware of what? I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out Herr Forehead's errors? Maybe there really is something. I believe that Fraulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. His car?
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which set? A green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Gugh. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand, and our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
What an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong.
Huh?
Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy?
Daddy?
That's right! That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yeah, that guy. Remember when he got hit by a car? Haha, that was so funny. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to the garage. It ran fine.
That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car,
Ugh. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. Sour, please. No! No! Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Maractus use his car to carry the body? Is that a groan of surrender I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Car didn't run. My nose also did not run. My legs also did not run. My thoughts, however, I have none. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Now you're making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, then perhaps you can show us some evidence. Show us proof why the car wouldn't run that night. Let's see the panties again.
All sorts of things come out of my panties, even the truth.
Same. Another crime was committed the night of the murder, the theft of these panties, the latest in a string of similar thefts, actually, but that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. What a bad word to choose. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid in the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin.
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe.
Oh, too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could break just from that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run.
My, how interesting.
Well, Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling. The panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps up your doubts quite nicely, I think.
So it does. Where am I? So dark. I can't see. It's cramped.
I'm sorry, I just got a fucking pop-up on my computer that was like, please look at this! Restart your computer! This is a pain. Yeah, that's how I feel every time. It's like,
Please restart your computer or will restart automatically in the next 15 seconds.
my throat's burning. What's your... I'm sorry, I made him sound like Barney the dinosaur. What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did!
Walkie?
You lied to me! So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your medicine, man! Wait, please let me explain! Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you... Oh, I'm sorry. That's not Walkie. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me.
No! He'll ruin everything! I have to stop him.
Got him. I think Trucy's stuck like that.
Funny. This isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad.
There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice.
Huh?
I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Aelita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems to calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something's the matter, hair, forehead. Looks like it's time to announce the verdict. Yeah, get your fucking hands out of your butt pockets. God damn, you're being declared innocent. Shit. Actually, being declared innocent is different, right? Like, as innocent implies that you weren't at all involved. He is indeed not guilty, right? I'm sorry. I misspoke. My bad. I'm not a lawyer. He's not guilty. Court is adjourned. I said court's adjourned.
Quick! Great job, Apollo, you did it!
Yeah, we did somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, Attorney Man! You gotta pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes!
Or to blame, I guess.
You get my Alita back! Stupid pointy-headed attorney with a death wish! Enough, Walkie. I don't know who's speaking. Oh, it's his dad. It's like that makes sense. Ah, Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie.
I'm afraid the guard is gonna throw them both out.
Not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending? Oh my god, why can I suddenly not say words?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. We should tell Walkie. Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? Way to put me on the spot.
What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? I don't know. The shoes. It's either the checkup or the chart. Both are okay. Because of his heart condition. Aww, cute. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't ya? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. Oh shit, he has eyes! They're in there. They're just really, really in there. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Oh, Walkie. I see how it is, old man. Always looking out for...
Walkie?
Listen, good old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. Try and hide your business, dude. I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
Walkie?
No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kitaki, I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words, but I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kitaki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there. Let's get going.
Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me, and my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
What? To claim a reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, Salty Noodles, right. He got a stand back already? Even though someone would fucking died on it?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
There he is again. Cha-ching.
Yo, it's special, alright.
Please, anything but him. Yeah! Woo! I thought I wasn't gonna make it through that one at one point. I was getting really tired. And that's gonna be it for fucking Apollo Justice today, boy! No Turnabout Serenade next time. That'll be next time. Next time we'll do Turnabout Serenade, but for tonight, that's it for my stream. I'm very, very tired. I have to go to bed. I have to do a sleep time. I didn't even take any breaks. At one point, I was like, I should take a break, but I couldn't really find a good stopping point, and I knew I was getting to the end of the case. So then I was just like, you know what? Fuck, man. Just get to the end of the case. So once again, guys, thanks for coming to my stream. You know that I do it for me, but I do it for you, but I do it for me, but I do it for you always, and just you, and I love you. So thank you for coming to my stream, supporting my streams in any way you can. Even if you're, you know, watching this through the VOD on YouTube or through the Twitch VODs or whatever, you know, it still means a lot to me. But anyway, I'm not gonna go into some fucking sappy ass rant. Just thank you. And remember, you can catch me Monday, Wednesday, Friday nights. I might be able to stream at some point this weekend. I'm not too sure though. I'm gonna put a hard maybe on that, but I'll see you guys sometime soon. Remember, if you haven't joined the Games Repainted Discord yet, do an !! Discord in the chat to get connected to that. You'll get a ping every time one of us is streaming. You can also talk to other Games Repainted fans or talk to the streamers. Which, I mean, by the way, the best way to get in contact with me is messaging me on Twitter or on Discord if you guys ever have anything you want me to see or tell me about. I mean, feel free. I'm, you know, some people say that they're, like, intimidated me, and, like, I don't get it. Because you guys listen to me, like, make jokes about dicks and say curse words all day, and they're like, Mika, she's so intimidating, when I'm just, like, fucking... Anyway, also, you can follow me on Twitter, follow Games Repainted on Twitter. You can also get tweets whenever we're streaming, if that better suits your needs. I'll be back soon! But until next time, thanks for coming to my stream. You have a good rest of your whatever. Happy whatever. Fucking... Fuck.